Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready, break.
55. Hey, eat. I got it.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
It's second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Let's go. Check 24. Check 24. Let's go.
On second down, Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the gun, Dunn. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
He's checking credit.
They'll try the left side. Phillips. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
On second down now, it's Phillips. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
throwing on third down. Watson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Go! 90 Wolf!
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They run it with Jacobs pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. It's Armstrong, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Done. Well, they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jalen Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go.
Ready?
Back to throw. Done. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun. Done. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove mode.
It got his man. Complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. 99 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. On third down, Dunn. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Peters. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Jacobs. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7.
Down. 18 Gator.
Check 53. Here we go. D, get up.
Come. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Dunn. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Jacobs now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check 55, Mike. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Dunn. Flushed out right. Going for it all. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now it's Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Watson on 1st down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Done. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 79 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Watson now to throw. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Third and long, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go!
From the gun, Dunn. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On second down, it's Phillips. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watson on third down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We're set. 19. 52. Pick
it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll run on first down. Phillips. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack, Back at the 47-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. To throw on 3rd down, Watson.
The surge, he's doing that same play.
Intercepted.
That same person.
Picked off at the 40. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try the left side. Phillips, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Phillips, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, it's Phillips, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third and 2, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
Seen that coming far away.
Back to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Bravo.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Off play action. Done. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, done. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On first down, it's Phillips. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 44, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Going on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again is Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a give right side. Phillips. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Phillips. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
That's caught inside the 20.
You sitting there swerving my dude.
A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 59 yards. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, let's bring it. Mike 54. Go. Let's bring it. And go.
On first down, it's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Watson, forced out to his left. He's going to, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Jags grab it.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run on first down. Armstrong. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hey, scheme 6. Top snap.
Off the play fake. Done. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Undercrush. Get it.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 9-yard touchdown run. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson looking middle, and it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Both brothers to Mike. Mike. Watch the back. Watch the back.
Now Watson to throw on 3rd down. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
44, Mike, 44. Oh, damn, set. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Let's go.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, Jacobs. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd time. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Done. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for him, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Watson. And Adams has it complete. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. They'll run on 1st down. Phillips. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. So this will be a win for Jacksonville.